morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. It is the Live Drive Jive Archive with your host, Frank Monday. We have got decent weather in the capital today. That's nice. I heard some folks complaining online about more stringent lockdowns in the USA, and I thought, what did you expect? You guys let China put their own man in, Beijing Biden, with son Hunter Biden, a couple of crack-smoking racist pedophiles, and you're complaining about more stringent lockdowns? I mean, you basically let the Emperor of the Celestial Kingdom install his own lapdog, and then you're worried about freedoms? Come on. You should have fought a little harder for your American president. So what's going on? It always baffles me how other people's negative personalities and their actions, behaviors, and thoughts and so on can have a detrimental effect on someone totally unrelated. And I'll give you an example. You can keep your nose to the grindstone, cultivating virtue day in and day out, working your ass off, and some misanthrope will ultimately attempt to usurp you and shit all over everything you've built up. It's just somehow, it's the way it goes sometimes. And I see folks online in various groups posting things blaming God, saying, oh, if there was a God, why is there human suffering? Blah, blah, blah. And then they correlate God, religion, and the Bible, and I think they just don't fucking get it, do they? They just don't get it. God is one thing, that's one concept, it's a mental concept, it's a placeholder for a set of ideas that are relatively beyond human conception. And then religion's an entirely different thing. It's another set of placeholders for an ideology, various ideologies, Muslim, Buddhist, Christian, and Jew, and whatever else you want to throw in there. And then the books of those various dogmas is another thing entirely. So they're not, what's the word, mutually exclusive? Or they are mutually exclusive. Is that what I'm looking for? Mutually exclusive. They stand alone and on their own merit. I'll give you an example. A man can be religious without a religion. He can hold the idea, his own personal idea, based on a collective understanding of God's sacred and be a part of no religion. A man can believe in God or gods and work throughout his life to make some connection with that divine energy with no affiliation to any Bible or book. The the idea is beyond the religion. It's beyond the book. It's beyond the grasp of man for the most part, especially the uninitiated and the unenlightened. It's like me making a relative discourse on quantum physics without even the most basic understanding of quantum physics. I haven't studied quantum physics. Sure, I've watched, a couple dozen videos about the ideas of the subject. But who really understands it? No one. Not even the guys coming up with the theories. Because it all breaks down eventually. It's the classic problem of the menu does not equal the dinner. The map does not equal the terrain. They're just conceptualizations. So it tickles me when they say shit like that and try to equivocate these things, tie them together. Doesn't matter whether you're a pagan, Christian, or Jew. And I see where part of the problem is some of the more extreme ideologies want to blow themselves up and take down the infidels. Now that's the biggest part of the left right now, is that if you don't agree with transgenderism and transhumanism, then you're not a part of the new religion, and they want to blow themselves up and take you down. If you don't believe in allowing pedophiles to molest and sexualize your children and shoot them up with experimental RNA genome therapies, unproven, to fight the common cold, then you're somehow public enemy number one. When the real public enemy is the very people perpetrating the attack on our human rights and civil liberties. Those are the real bad guys. Oh, BB-80, Beijing Biden, 80 years old. I'll call him BB-8 from now on. BB-80. He is lost. Now they're trying to implement their backup plan. Sliding camel hair ass in there. A couple of sold out through and through corporate politicians. I didn't even realize that Trump is still politically active and holding rallies. I didn't realize that. I watched him talk the other day, and I was like, God damn, he talks a good game. His America First and all of his rhetoric. I don't think he got much done. At least he got gas prices down to $1 a gallon. But they will say, oh, that's the leftovers of the Obama. You know what? Gas was almost $6 a gallon under Obama. It's like folks can't even see the signs. They can't read the weather. What's gas up to now? I'm sure your happy-go-lucky BB-80 is cashing in, man. He's done, though. He can't even enjoy it. I mean, he already had enough money that he had, channeled into his slush funds to begin with. It just breaks my heart that they're trying to make the white man public enemy number one when there aren't any white dudes out there doing any causing any trouble. Statistic analysis will show you who the bad guys are. I mean, sure, there's guys like Biden and his son Hunter out there raping 15-year-old Chinese hookers. But other than that, your average poverty line to middle class American ain't doing shit. I mean, you got to have some serious funding by the oligarchs to be able to run any kind of operation like BLM or Antifa. Those are fucking clown shows, man. All right, y'all good looking people, this is going a little long, so I will see you back in a moment for part 2. Stay tuned.